Hi guys, in this video I actually want to show you how to do, it's my take on an actual bamboo stitch. Instead of working into plains, I actually work into purls. But for the first, this is the pattern that I'm doing actually for the scarf. Now, as you can see, I've done some pattern here earlier on just to set it up, just so you could have a look at it. I've just done a row of plain stitch here, just to show you what starting off would be. For this particular scarf pattern, what I have done, what I've cast on is 40 stitches. I knit into the back of the first row of the first on my cast on. I find it gives a nicer stitch, and I did the European plain stitch, which I'll show you now. It's the 40 stitches that are here. The pattern is actually over 3 stitches over 2 rows. That's the pattern. So it's a 2-row pattern repeat with 3 stitches on each, in each little pattern. You'll see it here. This is each pattern here is 3. I just did a couple of rows here. At the back you can see it's lovely. You could actually use that as well for your scarf if you preferred. So I'm going to start off here. I just decided to show you a little bit of what it would look like and then go into it. For this I'm using, it's 45% cotton and the rest is acrylic. It's actually lovely to work with. I did use it in a double knit, and I went down a hook, half a needle size. I did 4.5. This is 5. So I'll go ahead and I'll start off now. I'm just going to do the first 5 stitches here are actually knit stitches. So I do the European one, so it's into the back, around, bring it to the front and slide it off. So into the back, around, bring it to the front and slide it off. Okay, so we do that for 4 stitches. Now this is where the pattern starts. So what you're going to do for the first one is you're going to slip off your first stitch. You're going to bring your yarn to the front. You're going to do the first purl, complete the first purl. Then in the second purl, you're only going to you're going to leave it a half unfinished. So you get as far as here. Instead of sliding the purl off, you're going to bring your yarn to the back and you are going to knit into the back of the stitch. So that's it there. So you bring your wool around, bring your hook, your needle in, and you are going to, there's your 3 stitches. This is the one you've slipped. So you're going to take your slip stitch and you're going to carry it over the 3 stitches. So we do that again. We slip the first stitch, we bring our yarn to the front, we purl the next stitch, we half purl the next stitch, don't complete it, put your yarn to the back and into the stitch that you're working on at the moment. You're going to knit that, and then you're going to get the 4th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to carry it and slip it over the 3 stitches that you've just done. Now it's actually very, very easy with this pattern to forget about the slip stitch, and if you do that you'll be going off kilter. So don't forget, slip the first stitch, bring your yarn forward, purl the second stitch completely, don't finish the purl stitch, put your yarn behind and then knit into the back of the stitch, and then bring this one over these 2. So that's slip the stitch, yarn in front, purl the first one, purl the second one, don't finish it, yarn over and knit into the back of the stitch. Okay, so you're going to get your 4th stitch and you're going to bring it over the 3 that you have just completed. So again, you're going to slip the stitch, bring your yarn to the front, purl the first stitch, purl the second, don't complete it, yarn into the middle and then knit into the back of the stitch. Now if you feel that your work is too tight, go up a needle size in your knitting. your knitting needle go up a needle size. I hold the yarn here. Don't know whether you can see it here. I'm holding this and bringing the needle over it, because it can be, for the very first row, it actually can be quite tight. So finish the first one, start the second one, don't finish it, bring the yarn to the back, and then knit into the back of the stitch. Then you're going to go into your slip stitch and you're going to bring that over your stitches. So slip the first one, bring your yarn forward, purl the second one, purl the third halfway, bring your yarn to the back, knit into the back of the stitch, and then count back 4. You get your needle and your slip stitch and bring it over the 3 stitches. So you're going to slip the stitch like so, bring your yarn to the front, purl the first one, purl the first one, purl the second, don't finish it, yarn into the middle, into the back of your stitch, you're going to knit and slide those stitches off. You're going to grab your 4th stitch and you are going to slip that over the 3 stitches. So that's slip, yarn to the front, purl the next one, but don't finish it. Okay, bring your yarn into the middle and then knit that one. Take this stitch, bring it over the 3 you've just finished, and you can see the way it's crisscrossing across the top. So slip the first, yarn to the front, purl, half purl the second one, don't complete it, put your yarn behind and into the stitch, knit it, the back of the stitch. So technically the stitch that you're actually going to slip over, you've made it into the back of the second purl stitch. And then slip that over. As you can see, it can be quite difficult. Now if you look, you'll see you've got a set of 3. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sets of 3. So, and then you have your 5 plain stitches here. So now your yarn is in the right position and you're going to do your last 5. So we're going to do our 5 stitches here, 5 knits. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now the next row is the second line of the pattern. So as before, you're just going to do your first 5 stitches and your last 5 stitches are going to be plain stitches throughout. And the second row of your pattern, of the 30 stitches that are in the middle, it's going to be purl stitch all the way across. So you just do your purl stitch. So we are going to finish across here. So don't do your, try and not knit too tight, because if you do, when you get to the next row, it's going to be a little bit difficult to bring your stitches over. Now, if you find that you've got an extra, you've got 4 stitches, say here you have 4, the probability is that you haven't brought your slip across, your slip stitch over. So at that stage, you would need to go back and just to where your error is, rip back and fix that. Okay, where on our purls all the way across. So we have our last set of 3. So now what you're going to do is bring your yarn to the back, and you're going to, as I said before, knit the last 5 stitches. Okay, now I'll turn it around. Now don't worry about this, that bump there is actually what this looks like down here. This is the plain, that's the very first row. So now we're going to do our pattern row. So you're going to knit the first 5 and the last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now like before, what you're going to do is you're going to slip the first one. You're going to bring your yarn to the front. You're going to purl the second one and finish the purl. You're going to not finish the purl, leave it halfway finished, bring your yarn to the back, and into the stitch that's on your needle, you are going to knit that. You're going to get the 4th stitch and you're going to bring it over the 3. So slip, yarn to the front, complete your purl, half purl, don't finish it, bring it to the back, knit into the back of the stitch, and then you are going to take the 4th stitch, the 4th stitch, and bring it over the 3 that you just completed. So you can see you have your pattern there. So slip, yarn to the front, complete a purl, don't complete this one, leave it half finished, yarn to the back, and knit into the same stitch. Okay, and then you're going to take this stitch and bring it across the 3. So you slip stitch it across. So slip, yarn to the front, complete the first purl, halfway through the purl, not completing it, bring your yarn to the back, knit into the back of the stitch, slide that off, grab the 4th stitch and bring it over. And you do that all the way across, and this is your first row pattern. So you don't finish this one, bring your yarn to the back, into the same stitch that you're working on, you're going to do the knit. Then you're going to take your 4th one, and you're going to slide it over the 3 that you have. So slip, yarn to the front, complete the first purl, start the second purl, bring your yarn to the back, into the same stitch, you're going to do a knit. You're going to take the 4th one, carry it over the 3, and start again. Don't complete it, wool to the back, knit into the same stitch, and then take the 4th one over the 3. Okay, so slip stitch to the front, purl 1, don't complete the second purl, yarn to the back, and then knit into the same stitch that you were working on. Take the 4th one over the 3. So that's slip, yarn to the front, purl the first one, half purl the second one, yarn to the back, knit into the same stitch, take the 4th one over the 3, and you are going to start again. Slip, yarn to the front, complete the purl, don't complete the purl, yarn to the back, knit into the same stitch that you're working on, finish that through, take the 4th one and slide it over the 3. Now you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 you're going to knit. So your yarn is on the right side, so you're just going to knit into the back of these 5 stitches. Okay, now you can see, don't look at this bit here. That bit there is just me finishing off the last That was just what the design was going to look like. So from here on in, the next row is a row of, starting off first and last 5, it's going to be 5. You're going to knit. So you're going to do the first 5 knits, and row 2 of your pattern is you're going to bring your yarn to the front and you're going to purl into every stitch of the pattern. So that's 30. You're going to purl across 30 stitches in the middle. 5 stitches to the front and 5 stitches to the back of your row are going to be knit stitches. So you just purl all the way across here. So we just continue on purling till we get to the end of the row. Okay, we are nearly there. For anybody who's got an allergy towards wool or that, this is actually really nice because it's acrylic and cotton mix. So now we're back to our final 5 stitches. And for somebody who might have an allergy, it's great because it'll be closer to, obviously if it's on your skin, it wouldn't you wouldn't get any rashes or anything with it, and it's actually lovely to work with. And it's quite cool. It's not a sticky wool. So we're going to knit our last 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now you can see that was where I just started off there. I'd started the scarf up as far as here, and then I decided to do a few rows just to show you how to actually start it. So that's literally what it is. It's a 2-row pattern repeat with 3 stitches for each little pattern within it. For this one I have done 40 stitches. The first 5 and the last 5 are plains, and then I have 10 sets of 3 in the middle. So I hope you like this pattern, and if you would like to subscribe and share, please do. This is the other one I was telling you about that I did it in, so you might see it on this. It's I just did 3 on either side for this. This is the thinner wool. Now I didn't do a full 40 stitches on this. I think I only did 36, was it? So you can see I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 patterns there. So that's what it actually looks like when it's a thinner wool, and I did that over 4.5mm hook, so you can see the difference. That's the back, but that's basically what it's going to in this one. That's what it would look like when it's finished. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, so I shall talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.